5 reasons that will make you stop masturbating after you know this. If you're still caught in this habit, these insights could change everything. The last reason is a powerful realization that will shift your perspective. Ignore it, and you risk missing out on your true potential. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Subscribe now to discover the wisdom that can transform your life. Imagine this. You set an ambitious goal for yourself, something truly meaningful. You feel that initial surge of motivation, the fire to achieve, to conquer. But as days turn into weeks, that fire starts to flicker. You find yourself procrastinating, your energy depleted, the weight of your ambition replaced by a strange emptiness. This, my friends, is the insidious nature of habitually giving in to immediate gratification. Each act of masturbation, while seemingly insignificant in the moment, chips away at your willpower, leaving you adrift in a fog of decreased motivation. The ancient Stoics understood this principle deeply. They recognized that true freedom stemmed not from indulging every whim and desire, but from mastering them. They knew that each time you resist the siren song of instant gratification, you strengthen your resolve, build your character, and move closer to the person you aspire to be. Think of your energy as a finite resource, a wellspring of potential. Every time you choose to indulge in a fleeting pleasure, you drain that well, leaving less energy available for the pursuit of your goals, for the hard work of building a meaningful life. This isn't about becoming a puritanical monk, devoid of pleasure. It's about understanding the profound impact of your choices, recognizing that true fulfillment arises from aligning your actions with your aspirations. So ask yourself, what are you sacrificing for those fleeting moments of release? What goals are being pushed aside? What potential left unrealized? The answer might surprise you. The fog of decreased motivation is a subtle deceiver, but once you see it for what it is, you can begin to clear the path toward a life of meaning, purpose, and genuine achievement. Humans are wired for connection, for the deep and meaningful bonds that give life richness and purpose. We long for intimacy, for the vulnerability and trust that come from truly knowing and being known by another. But what happens when our perception of intimacy becomes distorted, filtered through the lens of habitual self-gratification? Relying on masturbation can create a dangerous illusion, a counterfeit version of intimacy that leaves you feeling emptier. It sets up unrealistic expectations, conditioning you to seek gratification in isolation rather than in genuine relationships. Imagine trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. It might seem stable at first, but the moment a storm hits, the structure will crumble. Similarly, relationships built on distorted intimacy are fragile, easily shattered by life's challenges. True intimacy requires courage, vulnerability, and confronting our own shadows. It demands that we show up as our authentic selves and embrace the imperfections of our partners. When we rely on the instant gratification of masturbation, we bypass the hard work of building genuine intimacy. We retreat into a world of fantasy, where vulnerability is absent and true connection remains elusive. This isn't to say that masturbation inherently precludes intimacy. However, when it becomes a crutch, it can lead us down a path of isolation and dissatisfaction. The next time you feel the urge to seek solace in solitude, ask yourself, am I choosing this fleeting pleasure over real, lasting intimacy? Am I allowing myself to become comfortable with a pale imitation of the connection I truly crave? The answers to these questions may be the key to unlocking a depth of intimacy you never thought possible. Shame thrives in secrecy, festering in unspoken thoughts, but it cannot survive in the light of compassion and understanding. Acknowledge its presence and recognize these feelings are echoes of outdated beliefs. Challenge shame with reason and self-compassion. Remember, you are not defined by your sexual desires or behaviors. You are worthy of love, respect, and forgiveness, especially from yourself. Imagine the freedom that comes from accepting yourself fully, without judgment. This is the power of embracing self-compassion and releasing shame. Chapter 4. The Chains of Addiction and Compulsion. We often associate addiction with substances like drugs or alcohol. But the truth is, addiction can take many forms, its tendrils wrapping around any behavior that offers a temporary escape from discomfort, boredom, or emotional pain. When it comes to masturbation, the line between healthy sexuality and compulsive behavior can become blurred. What starts as an occasional act of self-soothing can morph into a relentless cycle of craving and release, leaving you feeling trapped and powerless. Compulsion thrives on secrecy and denial. It whispers that you are weak, that you lack control, that you are somehow different from everyone else. It thrives on the shame that keeps you silent, preventing you from seeking help or support. Recognizing the signs of compulsion is the first step towards breaking free. Ask yourself, do I feel unable to control my urges to masturbate, even when it interferes with my responsibilities or relationships? Do I spend an inordinate amount of time thinking about or engaging in this behavior? Does it feel like this behavior is controlling me rather than the other way around? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it may be time to seek professional help. A therapist specializing in addiction can provide a safe and non-judgmental space to explore the underlying causes of your compulsive behavior and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, you are not alone in this struggle. Millions of people have walked this path before you, and countless resources are available to support you on your journey to recovery. Breaking free from the chains of addiction is a challenging but ultimately liberating experience. It requires honesty, courage, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable truths that may have been driving your compulsive behavior. But the reward is a life of freedom, authenticity, and true self-mastery. Frequent masturbation, particularly when driven by compulsive urges or fueled by explicit imagery, can desensitize us to physical pleasure over time. It's like constantly blasting your ears with loud music. Eventually, your hearing becomes dulled, and you lose the ability to appreciate the subtleties of sound. This desensitization can have a profound impact on our intimate relationships. We may find it difficult to experience pleasure with a partner, leading to frustration, self-doubt, and a diminished sense of connection. The good news is, our bodies have an incredible capacity for healing and recalibration. By reducing the frequency of masturbation and consciously choosing to engage with our bodies in different ways, we can begin to reclaim our sensitivity and unlock new depths of pleasure. This might involve exploring different forms of touch, experimenting with sensual massage, or simply taking the time to appreciate the sensations of our own bodies without the need for climax. It's about rediscovering the joy of slow, mindful intimacy, both with ourselves and with our partners. Reclaiming your sensitivity is about more than just enhancing your sex life. It's about reconnecting with your body, honoring its wisdom, and rediscovering the full spectrum of pleasure available to you. It's about embracing a more holistic and fulfilling approach to sexuality, one that prioritizes connection, intimacy, and genuine pleasure over instant gratification. So, there you have it. 5 compelling reasons to reconsider your relationship with masturbation. It's about empowering you to make conscious choices that align with your values and aspirations. It's about embracing the fullness of your potential as a man in all aspects of your life. It's about stepping into the arena of self-mastery, armed with the knowledge and courage to create the life you truly desire. The path to a more fulfilling and meaningful life lies ahead. Take the first step. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more wisdom that can transform your life. What are your thoughts on these reasons? Share your insights in the comments below.